What is up, folks? Briston Gaming. We are back with another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly. The show will help figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you guys can see here, we're going to cover a cool week. But before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you, mod authors, and thank you, community members, because support means the world. And mod authors, Alpha 21 is just around the corner. I want to say it's probably got maybe a month, maybe two at the most before it pops out, but you guys are still coming out with new stuff, updating old stuff, and there are still overhauls I'm planning on showing off between Alpha 20 and Alpha 21. It just takes time to get those done, so thanks for the patience. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into the mods. And the first mod for the week is the AJ Modern Home by Lazy Turtle or Surfer AJ89. And it's just a nice little POI home that you can turn into an easy base for yourself. I've played around with it a little bit, and I actually kind of like it as a personal base, just because the way that the POI is set up, you have an easy spot to park vehicles and stuff like that. You've got plenty of room to set up workbenches and stuff. You can set up little traps and stuff downstairs, and then you come upstairs. You've got a nice little living area where you can set up stuff. You've got a little kitchen area where you can cook and stuff. You can fix this. And then over here, we've got more little bedrooms and stuff like that. Like, it makes it really easy to set everything that you would need inside this place up. Plus, upstairs, you can clear a lot of this out and turn this into a gyrocopter pad. So you can actually make this just a normal live-in base as opposed to a horde base. Or you could even turn this into a horde base, honestly, if you wanted to. It makes it really easy with funneling zombies through up these stairs, and you can build kill corridors that lead through and around and however you want to do this. But I just like it as a live-in base. I've taken it, played around with it a little bit, and made it my home. And then having a little garage here with a workbench and all this fun stuff, however you want to do it. Oop, wrong button. It works super well with setting everything just a home needs it has, and really saves you from having to build something if you're not a super clever builder. Plus, it just looks neat. I mean, I like it. And the way that it's spawned in on the world, I actually kind of like it. It's not right there off the main street. It's a little out of the way, but it does look really nice. And in the areas that I've gotten it to spawn, it's almost always like this. It's off of a dirt road, a little bit out of the way, but it's always near a spot that you could easily build a horde base if you wanted to. So you don't have to do an all-in-one type base, because I don't like doing those. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Stun Spear by Azuki and Shadowless Tomorrow, and this mod was actually requested by Lunabug because she really likes the way that this thing, I don't want to say replaces the stun baton, but just gives another option to use with the stun baton because she likes using spears. But what this does is it replaces the heavy attack with a charge attack, or the heavy attack, the throw with a heavy attack like in Darkness Falls and stuff. And as you see, now the spear is actually glowing like the stun baton does. And as we come here and we poke, we can actually get a nice little shock going on. And if we're lucky, we can actually get a little bit of AoE going to get kind of a pushback on some of these guys. Works sometimes, works other times, and how you craft it is you craft this thing with the Javelin Master perk. So we come here, and under Perception, Javelin Master level 5, we can actually craft this. And then if you have the Electrocutioner perk and you max this out, we can actually get the AoE to happen 100% of the time. But this thing actually does decent enough damage as, just a normal spear. And then the shock itself, just like the stun baton, does pretty good damage on stuff. And it's just another, fun little weapon to use that you look at the amount of stamina it takes to do a normal light attack with this thing. It's really not bad. You can spam the light attack, and if you get lucky and get the shocks going off, you actually can do a lot more damage with this than you could with just the normal stun baton. Plus, you add the added benefit of getting the electrocution going, and then if you've got the perks, you could hit all of these guys with one nice big AoE give you some, breathing room in a situation where you might need it. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Compacted Forge by Zyron 999, and it's just an easy little mod that gives you, one, a better looking forge, in my opinion, one that looks like just a lot better, but also a little bit more real. But also, it crafts faster, it does everything generally a lot faster than what a normal forge would do, but also it's a framework for other modders to be able to add stuff in a similar fashion. Now, it's a 10 by 10 is what they call it, but really block wise it's not. It's only a 4 by 4 block, or a 3 by 3 block, I mean. But it's kind of nice with the way that it does everything. It does it a lot faster. But you see the material you have to have here to be able to craft these by 10 parts, which is actually what goes in here. Or goes in the tool slots. It's actually kind of nice having something like this, just because, again, one, it does everything a lot faster. The crafting that I've seen, everything that it processes it a lot faster. But if we type in, by 10, we can see the stuff that we can craft for it. And these are actually part of, again, what's required in the compacted forge. And it increases the crafting speed of compacted forges. See what it says? Smelting, increases everything. And again, they're just really nice to have because of how much faster things can process. And I've actually got a little bit of material. So we're going to put some wood in here, and we're going to put some iron in here, and we're going to turn it on. And it's going to tick down every second. And this is just a little bit faster with this. And this is just without any of these tools in here. It's every second, and you see how fast it's counting. If we actually had these tools in here, this would already be gone. Or at least in my testing, I've seen 250 lasts about 15 seconds from what I've seen. Like, it goes by really, really fast. And it's really nice to have, again, something like this because of just how quickly you can process material. So if you wanted to make stuff that you would need iron or whatever for, it can get done super fast. And this is fantastic for vanilla. This is fantastic for other overhauls or any other things that people wanted to add to this. This would be really neat to have, I think, just because of the way that it just adds, the ability to get stuff done lickety split. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the No Digging Zombies by TigerCat 2000, and this is just another really cool mod that was requested by Lunabug because it allows people to do what the hell they want and adds back a feature that I don't think the Fun Pips ever should have taken out. And it keeps the zombies from digging. So if I come down, you see we are actually hidden underground, right? We have blocks of cobblestone and stuff here. There's actually more HP between us this way to get to us than if the zombies were to just dig straight down, right? So watch what happens when I unfreeze the AI and I start shooting. Look at what they're doing. Look at where they're going. They're attacking those blocks there and jumping over so they can run in and get to where we are. See how they're going downstairs? Except for those super geniuses over there. Not really sure why some of them are going that way. And some are smacking into that. But zombie AI is really weird since they've made these changes. But this mod does allow you to be able to build underground bases and bunkers and stuff like that without having the zombies sit there and just dig straight down and destroy you. And Lunabug likes this because it's allowed her to build a bunker deep underground and just kind of do what she wants, build something really cool, because these zombies aren't damaging really. I mean, they are a little bit here, but they don't straight start digging through terrain blocks like the snow, the dirt, and stuff like that. Instead, they focus on these other blocks. So if you've got, something like this that you can set up as a base, and then you've got a little offshoot like this, maybe some doors and stuff in the way, that's where the zombies are going to focus. They're not going to be straight towards you. Or if you've got, teleport mods or whatever, you could just dig straight down. Whoa, what on earth happened with my camera here? That was weird. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, so this allows you to have like any kind of a base that you want, especially underground. Teleport mods are fantastic with this, and Lunabug loves some of the teleport mods because it just allows her to build like she wants, play like she wants. Once she unlocks that tech level, she digs straight down, hollows out some stuff at bedrock, has her base down there, and it just has little teleport spots set up around, and that's how she plays. And that's what the game is about. It's about playing how you want, not about how the developers want you to play all the time. And this is just a great way for her to be able to do that because you see, again, they're not damaging anything there. But with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this last mod is the Farmlife version 3 Enhanced by Warzuk, Fred, Stasis, and Mayak. And I believe Warzuk is only updating the mod. I don't know that they've actually done everything with it. I think the other guys did, and Warzuk is just updating it. But this mod was designed to be played either vanilla or side by side with the Warzuk All-in-One Overhaul, which if you're using the All-in-One Overhaul, I highly recommend using this mod to go with it because it does help out a ton. But also just vanilla, this mod is fantastic. My wife Lunabug has been playing with this a lot, and she's loved it and wanted me to show you guys this as well. And what this mod does is it adds in just a ridiculous amount of stuff that you can do. It adds in just a ton of new trees. Like if we come over here and we look, we've actually got an orange tree here. We've got a sakura tree, which they look the same. I don't understand if there's a difference or not, but then we have a peach tree there. And then we have another orange tree there. And I think we have a lime tree over here somewhere. That's another orange tree. There's a lime tree over here somewhere. Ooh, lime, there we go. But there's also walnut trees, white oak trees. There's maple. Like, there's just a ton that it adds in for just everything. We actually have the normal workbench here, but then we have the Farmlife workbench, a fermenting bench, a farm forge, and a brew station. So if we look here in the farm table, we actually have new recipes for stuff. It's like 1,500, I think total 1,500 recipes, and something like 300 quests are in this mod. And I can't show everything off with this because that would be 6 months worth of videos, but it's a super nice addition to otherwise vanilla gameplay with what you could do with this. And like I said, it's kind of an overhaul light because of how much stuff it adds in, but it all adds it in such a way that it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming. We've got a turkey, a baby salmon pond. We've got a breeding kit, animal feed, cow chip fuel, a little tomcat. We've got different kinds of seeds. I think there's 50 unique crops in the game. Somebody do the math, but I think it's like 50 unique crops. And there's just so much here. We've got, elk that we can craft, little cows. And they say it's a cow shed. The mod is kind of weird with this, with some of the animals and stuff that it adds in, but they're workstations, but they're not at the same time. It's kind of weird. You have to play with it to see what I'm saying. But this is one of the things I want to show you guys. So you have something here called like beef chili, and 22 food, 7 health, but this is an end product. To get to it, you have the beef chili step 1, and then beef chili step 2, and then there's a beef chili step 3, a beef chili step 4, and this is how you go through. You need A to craft B, B to craft C, C to craft D, and then D to craft the final product, which would be E in this case. And it's just really cool to see stuff like this because, like I said, it adds in a lot that you can do. It adds in just a ton of stuff to the game to really give those people who like to stay around base, who like to hang out and do stuff like this, like Lunabug likes to when we play together. I'm usually the guy out doing the looting and fighting and stuff like that. She stays around base and does all this kind of stuff because she enjoys it. She decorates our bases and makes them look really cool. She fixes stuff up. And then I'm the one that kills most of the zombies and stuff like that. But she gets all of her experience doing stuff like this. And she loves it. And you can see that we can make aged cheddar, wheat flour, apple cider, yogurt cultures. Like, there's a lot that you can do with this. And then we have the farm forge here, which can act as a normal forge for you if you need it to. But if you start getting into the farm life specific stuff, you can make a baking sheet, a meat hanger, drying pan, a Pyrex bakeware, still, tongs, turkey rack, a wok. And then we have the brewing cook or the brew cooker here. You can actually make, like you see, the cheap mash worth, beer IPA. Like, it's really cool to see. Like, we have cheddar step 1, cheddar step 2. I really like that. Like, you see, we need to make the step 1. We need raw milk, salt, cheese culture, and rennet. And then to make the step 2, we need the step 1. I like that. It progresses a nice, like, a nice pass forward. Wow, that's so hard to speak of. But also, this also works well playing a little bit with the unnecessary but beautiful. This actually tweaks that one as well, to where when you're playing with that mod, stuff from this mod is required to make stuff in the unnecessarily but beautiful. So it's really cool to see that the trees in this mod with unnecessary but beautiful, you would have to make like the dark wood stuff, you'd have to have I think it's oak, and then to make like the white stuff, it's walnut for the dark stuff, and then it's white oak for the light stuff, and then clear stuff requires maple. It's just really cool to see the interactions and the way that this mod impacts other stuff besides just vanilla, because it, like I said, it's like an overhaul light. There's a ton of stuff that this mod adds in that I can't show off in just something like this. Like, even a 5-minute recording would not be enough. A 20-minute recording would not be enough. It would take weeks to show you guys everything, because of this is super cool and how much it adds in. But it's one of those things that gets slept on a whole bunch because it's just a modlet by itself, but it can do a whole lot with it. So I want you guys to check this out. Lunabug wants you guys to check this out. So take some time, dive in, tell us what you think. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Have fun. Take it easy, and we will see you next time.